Hello there, I'm Cheekster. Welcome to another vein-seeing game. This one, it's like a point-and-click visual novel-y thing. 30 minutes. I'm going to talk absolute bollocks. We're going to have a great time. Let's begin the game. Drama ahoy. I shall narrate, naturally. The bus moves slowly down the road. Momo looks through the window. The road is empty. What's going on, she says. I've never seen it so deserted. Momo flicks through her phone. No new emails. Nobody loves her. I guess I won't have any good news to bring home, I suppose. Why does life have to screw me over like this? Time and again. That wasn't me. Momo tenses in her seat, causing the seat to squeak. You see? Told you it wasn't me. She's been the only passenger on the bus for the past hour. The bus driver appears almost mechanical in his movements. It's like he's a mannequin. A mannequin. Achievement. The bus arrives. Eventually, the bus arrives at Momo's destination. Great graphics. The door opens. Thank you, I suppose, dear mechanical sir. No response. Momo steps down. The bus leaves immediately. Oh. The town is quiet. Quiet in a way it never has been before. Momo looks at one of the signs. I thought they finished that a few years ago. Momo starts to focus on the scenery. I don't know how to explain it. It feels unreal. Ugh. Whatever. Maybe there's an event or something on. You never know with these things. I gotta go home. Should we stay a bit longer and enjoy the scenery, or focus on getting home? Stay a bit longer. Momo once again looks at the scenery. She notices the trees. She notices the shadows. I don't know if it's just because I'm older, but this isn't the town I'm used to. Momo slowly gets closer to the center of town. Trotty trot trots, skippity skip. I remember walking this way from school every day. I'd stare at the power lines, noticing the patterns they would make. I was so naive back then. Suddenly, Momo slows down. She takes a moment. She notices something extremely odd and peculiar and outstanding and shouldn't be there. Wait, she says with a surprised face. Is that? A familiar figure stands on top of the building in front of Momo. No effing way. Maybe I really have started to lose my mind. The lady in white? Is that Chia? Momo sprints forward to get closer to the building. Chia, is that you? No answer. The figure remains staring down at Momo. When suddenly, Chia speaks, and she says, Momo. Momo can't believe her ears as they prick up in elvish manner. It's Chia's voice, the seed of joy. I've been waiting for you, Momo, dear Momo. I've said Momo so many times. Momo doesn't know how to respond, no. Suddenly she shouts back. I thought you were... Momo can't bring herself to finish her sentence because this would be painful. Then the figure disappears as quickly as they arrived. Did that just happen? There's no way that was Chia. But a voice. Maybe I'm just hearing things. You know how it is. Too much candy in the morn. Starting to lose my mind, perhaps. The figure's gone now. Just keep heading home. Try and work out where the figure went. Let's do that. Let's chase this up as detectives of supernatural crime. There's no way that was just an illusion. It must have been Cheer. I'd know Cheer if I'd seen it. Momo continues walking home. It's getting darker. It's hard to see the rest of the town. Momo, I can't stop thinking about what just happened. Maybe I'll make sense of it when I get home. A dog rests by the corner of the road, presenting itself in upright manner, tail swishing, eyes fixed, nose twitching, and ears slightly aloof. The dog has white fur and a distinct black patch on its side. It spells cheer. Momo immediately flinches when she notices the dog. Dog? That dog. It passed away only but 5 years ago. I've never seen a dog with a patch like that on any other dog, see? Maybe if I look closer. Momo ponders while the music of Silent Hill bangs. Her small feet pad towards the dog. Before Momo can inspect the dog further, she feels a tap on her shoulder, and she swings around. Cheer's right there. That dog. He isn't dead here. Cheer, or someone that looks exactly like Cheer, suddenly appears right next to Momo. Momo stumbles backward. What the actual fuck? You can't be here. What's going on, Cheer? The air feels thick with ominous vibe takes over the entire area. Cheer, calm, somewhat seductive, says, "Relax, my dear Momo. Like I said, I've been waiting for you." What? No. How can you? Cheer wraps her arms around Momo. The grip is firm, but loving. See, Momo, it's me. I'm real. Momo calms down for a moment, although she still has no way to comprehend what is happening. There's no way that dog is still alive. I told you, Momo. He's alive. That is final, and he is here. Here? Why are you framing it like that? Wait, how the hell am I even talking to you? What the hell is going on? Cheer simply smiles at Momo. I know something you don't. Cheer's smile briefly calms Momo down. Let's take a Momo moment, shall we? Although she can't figure out why. Cheer, what's going on? Come on. Let's just go for a little walk-see. Momo doesn't say a word. She doesn't know what to say, in fact. Momo silently follows Cheer as they continue to walk along the road. What should we do, ladies and gentlemen? Should we keep our distance from Cheer? What's happening right now is suspicious as flip. Or keep close to Cheer. You don't know what's going on right now. I don't know. I've got a theory, but I'm not going to say it. And I'm sure you share my same theory. Let's stay close to her for a moment. Momo walks at the same pace as Cheer, shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye, LA to Chicago. Eventually, Cheer leads Momo to an abandoned part of town. This is very Silent Hill. Cheer, who looks like a ghost with no eyes. Remember this place? Nostalgia of the area overtakes Momo. Of course I do. How could I forget? Memories of her childhood drown out Momo's ability to think clearly. After school, we'd talk all the time here, wouldn't we? Yeah. About how we were going to leave this shitty town behind us. And we did leave it behind, didn't we? Suddenly, Momo snapped back to reality. Hang on a minute. Chia, I thought I'd never see you again. So was everything that happened just a lie? Chia just smiles back at Momo as she fiddles with her objects. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Momo begins to remember the funeral. Wait, no. No! There's no way you could be alive. What am I even doing here? What's happened to me? I don't feel well. Why am I so cold? Chia walks close to Momo. Of course I'm alive, Momo. My dear Momo. My only Momo. Momo is all. I'm here, aren't I? Chia takes Momo's hands. She puts them on her chest. Feel that? It's my heart. My loving heart. Momo feels each beat with a sense of dread. Chia takes a step away and stares into Momo's eyes. Oh, Momo. You're safe here. It'll just be like the old times, you and me, in the underpass. Chia holds onto Momo's shoulder. The grip is rather tense. It feels possessive. Nobody has to ask if you got the job. Nobody has to ask what you're doing after graduation. Momo starts to tense suddenly. Nobody has to watch you smile and lie. Nobody has to know you failed. Momo slaps Chia's arm off. Wow. How the fuggles? Do you know about that? Whoops. Let's return. What are you? Who are you? Chia, you are the seed of a memory I once held so dear, turned against me, a brain born Frankenstein's monster of shame and guilt and villainy. Chia softly holds onto Momo's hands. Momo, don't hit me like that. It hurts. If you do it again, I'll have to bite your feet. Momo loosens her arms slightly. I just wanted to let you know that you can escape. Escape? To a better place, of course, really. Where all the bullshit of the world doesn't exist. A place where you can just be you. No pressure, no expectations. Living life like how it was supposed to be lived. You know, like in the olden days when we were cave people. Just as Momo tries to process what she is saying, her phone buzzes in a light, almost bug-like manner. The screen is all distorted. One of the functions works. Being like this for hours, Momo complains. Why won't this stupid thing work? For a moment, the phone looks normal, just for a brief moment. And then it buzzes with a new message. Huh? It's a message notification from Chia, dated 5 years ago. Why the hell does it say it was sent 5 years ago? Wait. What does it say? Momo starts tapping her phone, trying to unlock it, but the phone starts to malfunction again like a naughty scoundrel. All the functions and the icons start to distort and become disabled. Chia gently pulls Momo away from her phone. Now. Don't worry about that modern world nonsense. It's just a distraction. A vampiric entity of artificial life designed to suck the very life your eyes. What do you mean? I need this to work. Otherwise, your phone, it's just a tool that reminds us of how messed up the world is. A world that hurt us. Momo softens her stance a little, slightly widened of feet. Here, give it to me. Come on. Let me keep tomorrow away from you. Away from us, in fact. We could be here forever. Don't give Cheer the phone. What? No way. It's my phone. It's a Samsung 400. And I'm not handing it to anybody. I spent £11.50 on this. It's a bloody good phone. It takes courage to get what we want, Momo. Courage. Cheer leads Momo back towards the tunnel that heads to the center of town. The tunnel smells like rain and old concrete. My stomach. Momo clenches her torso as she starts to feel a little bit sick. Don't worry, you're just not used to it yet. Used to what? Why are you talking riddles all the time? This isn't you. The earlier smell of old concrete and rain starts to fade. Instead, a rotting smell seems to rise, like damp. Like what a sewage starts to grow stronger and stronger. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Momo feels as though the tunnel isn't the same tunnel from before. It's as if it's corrupted, like its tunnel turned into some kind of outlet for a alternative decomposition. Why is the smell getting worse and worse and deeper we go? Just ignore it, my lovely. It'll fade when we reach town. You know how the sewers be, mind? Momo starts to walk slower and slower, and the smell causes her vision to distort. The echoes of Momo's footsteps start to change halfway through the tunnel. What's happening? Relax. It's all going to be okay, Momo. Are we even walking forward? It doesn't feel like we're going anywhere. Of course we're going forward. We're almost there. Momo notices a weird pulling sensation on her legs. It feels as though an animal or a beast is pulling her away. A dog path. Why does it feel like I'm getting pushed backwards, Cheer? Cheer? Cheer just smiles back at Momo, guiding her to follow her. This doesn't feel like home. Eventually, the end of the tunnel appears to be closer. As they get closer to the end of the tunnel, Momo begins to notice people walking about. Isn't it calming? Isn't it just like you've always remembered? A boy walks past wearing a school uniform. Momo freezes. That's my brother. Look at how happy he looks. How happy they all look. How happy we could look. That's not the point, is it now, my dear lovely? He graduated 5 years ago. Like I said, Momo. Like I said, Momo. How much happier is your brother now compared to when he was at school? Huh? What does that even have to do with this? Who was that? Where's my brother? That was your brother. Just like you've always remembered him. Ha ha ha. The happiest period of your brother's life, in fact. Doesn't that warm your heart? I just hope this is all a bad dream. I can't do this anymore. Please, be a bad dream. Pinchy pinch. Oh, I feel nothing. Please be a bad dream. It's not a bad dream, Momo. You're just seeing life when things were better, happier, healthier. A bounty of correctness. And you're not dreaming. This is all very, very real. Momo doesn't know how to respond. Oh, Shazbutt. What the Shazbutt is going on? Just keep walking and trust me, Momo. We're friends, remember? You and me go back all the way to the end times. Momo reluctantly keeps walking because she has no other choice. Everything's so weird. I don't know what's going on, Cheer. Cheer! Cheer! They eventually make it out of the tunnel. Momo is shocked as she sees her hometown, just like it was 5 years ago. It's as if nothing has changed. Well, I guess this is really it. I think I've really effed my brain up this time. Momo just stares in disbelief, mesmerized by the reshifting of reality to an ancient form and pattern of which the tapestries of time and fate had woven. Don't talk like that, Momo. Don't do that. Why is this making you feel so uneasy? Wasn't life easiest 5 years ago? What's wrong with a gift? Momo flinches at the thought. It was definitely easier for me. I think leaving was the biggest mistake of my life. Chia grabs Momo's hand. You remember when we were kids, right? We would see who could jump the furthest. I suppose. We draw lines on the ground using chalk after every jump. Sometimes you jump way further than what I thought you could. Other times, you mess up the jump and barely cover the ground. That's how our problems felt back then. Yeah. You might mess up every now and again, but at least always just another line of chalk at the end of the day. Just a line of chalk, Momo. It's all it'll ever be. It's all it ever was. Now, where's chalk now, eh? Momo suddenly feels very heavy weight in her chest. How about we go and say hello to your family? Explore more of the town first. I want to see more of the town first. Just as Momo and Chia start walking, a sudden sense of panic washes over Momo. Poor people. Momo points to the family walking by. That's me. Why am I walking with my family? Momo almost collapses as she crouches to the ground. Is that me? How could that be me? A younger version of me, yes, but how? That's you, Momo. How sweet you look. Just as you were 5 years ago. Just as you should be. The family stops for a moment and looks in Momo and Chia's direction. They wave. Chia waves back? Hey! You? Family continues walking. They only acknowledged Chia, strangely enough. It was almost as if they couldn't see Momo. Don't ignore me! What the fuggles? Momo, you can't just force things like that. Families take time to see each other. You need to be patient. If you want to stay. Huh? What does that even mean? You know, it wasn't an easy road for me to return. I had to go through a lot of pain in order to get to where I am now. I don't get what you're trying to say, Chia. So just say it. Why did they only react to you? What's going on? I want to know the answers. Now! Because I came back properly. Properly? That's right. I stopped leaving pieces of myself in the outside world. What does that even mean? Wait. Is that why you... Chia. That can't be it. Seriously. I don't know what you're implying, Momo. I just stopped letting myself get hurt outside of here. And now... I belong here. You belong here? Why are you framing it like that? Have you gone crazy? And why isn't anybody noticing me here? They can't see you because you're not the Momo that belongs here. I don't belong here? What? This is where I grew up. That's my freaking family. You don't belong here because you're 5 years older than what you're supposed to be. What? You know why your family can see me, but not you? Chia takes a step forward. It's because I don't exist outside of here anymore. Isn't that right, Momo? Funeral. Momo feels an intense chill down her spine. Wishy-washy waves of shame. I feel like we have an address, something that I've avoided this entire time. Something that I wish wasn't true, perhaps. Momo stares at the ground, unable to look at Chia as the memories re-emerge inside her cranium. Chia, how did you come back properly? I told you earlier, Momo. I stopped going forward. Why do you keep talking about it like that? Look, I don't want to pry too much, because I heard all of these rumors. I just don't want it to be true, that's all. It was just a simple little decision to stop moving forward. So if it wasn't overwork, then it was a conscious decision? I just stopped moving forward, Momo. That's all we need to say. That's all it is. Now, you need to be here properly. Don't you think? Momo takes a moment and stares at Chia's eyes. Red eyes, in fact. Chia? Did you end yourself? For the first time, Chia's happy and friendly demeanor disappears. I came home. That's not an answer. Is it, Chia? I came home. Why won't you answer me directly, Chia? Cat, got your tongue? Meow. I'm answering you directly. Is that not enough for you? Or are you the same as you've always been? I simply chose to go home. Okay, if that's your answer. Chia stares at the sky for a moment, pondering thoughts, the images of darkness, possibly death. Do you know what it feels like to lose yourself, dear Momo? What do you mean? Every morning, I'd look at myself in the mirror and feel like I was slowly fading away. A person made of grey. One morning, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't recognize myself anymore. It was a peculiar experience to see someone else. It was like it wasn't me anymore, and it never could be me anymore. Even time. Every time I caught the train, every email I had to reply to, it was like somebody else doing it, not me. I don't remember how it started. I'd spent a few days without sleep, trying not to meet deadlines my boss set me. Or trying to meet, sorry. Freudian slip. I was so tired. But soon the tiredness gave way to me, not being me anymore. It was so much easier and I was glad. I was able to do all my work on autopilot because it wasn't me doing it anymore. I soon started to have visions of going home. A home... I don't know what. All I had to do was abandon myself. Seemed kind of easy since I wasn't me anymore. So it was like simply letting go of something you never really wanted anyway. Momo frowns. Is that why you jumped? I didn't jump, Momo. That wasn't me that jumped, like I said. I was actually at home the entire time. I was right here. So that's why I was answering your question earlier, Momo. I came home. It was like somebody else was doing it, not me. So you have to end yourself to belong here. Not at all, my dear scrumptious scone. Do I look dead at all to you? You just have to stop, Momo. That's all it takes. Just stop. Cease to be. When you stop moving forward, things remain the same. Also known as a living death. Momo feels tense as she tries to make sense of what Cheer is implying. I don't want to end it. You don't have to. How is this meant to work then? If you just stay with me here, stay with your family, the outside world will take care of that. Momo shudders at the implication of Cheer's words. Momo, you don't have to be you anymore. Let go, my love. Become the old you. The perpetual you that slowly decays but takes eternity to do so. Outside, Momo will keep moving for a while, like a puppet does, on the end of its battery life, until there's nothing left of her to come back. And you can just stay home with me, you and me. Suddenly, everything begins to dawn on Momo. I need time to think. I need to think about this. This is a big decision. Momo begins walking around the town in circles. Chia slowly follows behind like a stalking dog. So that's what happened to Chia. I can't believe this. I live like teenagers forever. Is it really forever? Does every year just reset? Do I really want to go back? I've been a failure all my life. Here, I can never be a failure. But what happens to me outside of here? Do I end up dying the same way Chia did? Would that person even be me anymore? Maybe I've already lost myself, like Chia said. Chia. Melting face. Momo's vision starts to blur. The town disappears as all she can think about is Chia. Momo begins to feel as though Chia is pulling her away. Relax, dear Momo. Relax. Chia? So what do you think, Momo? Won't you stay with me forever? Okay, here we go. I'm scared, but I'm more scared of becoming like you. Or, I just want it to stop. I want to go back to peaceful times. Or, you said so yourself. You're not Cheer anymore. You're not real. That's the real answer. I'm going with that. Enough of this nonsense! Undead Harlequin! Momo stops walking in circles. The people in the distance no longer move. The air feels thick. Momo. I can't keep doing this. I can't do this. Momo, please. You don't have to decide so quickly. That's exactly the problem, Chia. If I keep thinking, I'll stay. Thinking is like chaining yourself to the past. Chia looks past Momo, towards the younger version of herself, with her lovely, happy, full, and alive, in a way, family. The younger Momo is there, smiling like nothing bad has happened yet. She doesn't know what's coming. Look at how happy they are. That could be you. But I don't belong with them. I belong back in the real world, like you did. Do you really like living in the real world? That much? No, not at all, actually. It's effing awful, and I hate it. But it's full of potential and new horizons. Here, it is all decay. Chia lowers her eyes for a moment. Out there, you'll still be unemployed, unloved, and abandoned. Everyone's going to talk behind your back, talking about how you're such a disappointment, how your incredible scores in your GCSEs at school mean nothing now as you dropped out of university. You'll wake up tomorrow with the same dread you had this morning. I know. I'm highly aware of the pain that I inhabit. Then why go back to that? Why put yourself through all the pain? Because that's what life is, I guess. Pain. Pain and suffering, with islands of bliss, of which we live for. You gotta go through hell in order to put a smile on. Chia doesn't respond. Chia looks at Momo as if she just said the dumbest thing she'd ever heard. I just don't want you to suffer, Momo, that's all. I'm coming at this with a basket of love. I know, Chia, I know. I've always appreciated that about you. Kind-spirited, good-natured, all of that. You care. You always have a good spirit, which is why I wish for more for you. That's what makes it so hard as well for me. Momo turns towards the tunnel before Chia fades. She chooses to slowly walk back, leaving Chia behind. Momo! 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 Momo stops, but does not turn around, hands clenched. Momo, don't leave, please. Don't leave me here alone. Momo? Chia goes to grab Momo, but stops at the last moment. Chia says, if it ever gets too much, remember this place, okay? Momo stops for a moment. When times are tough, I don't need to remember this place. I just need to remember you. Momo continues walking. She eventually makes it to the end, through the stinking decay of the tunnel. The tunnel and the town behind her. They all start to distort. The old signs lose their colour. The repaired cracks returned to the pavement. It all slowly fades away, leaving behind nothing. Momo realizes that this was never her hometown. The bus ended up stopping in what appears to be the middle of bloody nowhere. Oh my god. What the flibbles just happened? Momo smirks for a moment, a cheeky wry grin, as she takes in the absurdity of what just happened. And how the hell am I going to get home now? Suddenly, her phone starts buzzing again. Ooh, sorry. At least this stupid thing is working again. A new mail notification shows up. Oh, it really was all just a dream. Another rejection. I guess I'm really back to reality. More closed doors in my faces, more slaps upon the face, more no's, more rejections, more isolation, more darkness in a room with curtains drawn, speaking alone to a camera that does not listen. Whatever. It is what it is. Nothing to blow myself up over. Momo puts the phone back in her pocket. She takes a deep breath of the crisp country air, which reminds her she's alive. She starts walking towards the nearest light in the distance. As the French fisherman said, Finn. Thank you for playing. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Momo, don't leave. Now we know. A story of surrender, then not surrender, death, the past, the future. Who are we? Who could we be? Can we tolerate it? Surviving the urge to turn the switch off. As a cat who has pranced upon the tin roofs, on the edges of such tin roofs, I will say this game is bloody marvellous. Bane Zane hits it again. 10 out of 10. Top stuff. Probably going to have to play another one of his games. Absolutely, I don't know if it's a he or she, actually. But fantastic dev. Makes lots of games. There are lots of these. Go see it on Steam. If you like this one, they've made lots of games like this. Short little bits like that. Go and like and subscribe to his stuff. You know, wishlist, that's it on there, innit? Like and subscribe to me, of course, naturally. That's just a foregone conclusion. It's completely free. And everybody would love to see my narration. But this guy's whoever it is has made great games. Absolutely love it. There are a lot of them, lots, and they're cheap and they're fun and they're only half an hour. So lots of cool stuff. And as somebody who is making a visual novel, I love seeing this stuff. Love seeing this stuff. And I always, when I'm making a visual novel, I was like, oh, I've got to make it really, really long, like 8 or 9 hours long. But maybe you don't when you're doing your first one. Maybe you can just make a half-hour one, like this cat is doing. Just keep making them. Just keep going. My fingers are crossed for Vane saying that they actually make a game that just really catches on and brings in a whole bunch of eyes. There are some good ones. There are some, and like they are well reviewed. People do like them. Just really hoping that the Vane Zane gets what they deserve. A big boom. But there we are. So Momo, don't leave. Absolutely love the game. 10 out of 10. Top stuff. Absolutely love it. Bit of narration, bit of colour. Love the graphics. I love the moving graphics as well. Really cool. And the art style again. Magnifique. And as the game says, this video is now Finn.